Hey, I recently had this video go viral talking about experiences that I've had that did not include getting a promotion or buying a house, but instead travel experiences that have changed my life. And one of the ones that you guys were most curious about was the one about volunteering in Lebanon with refugees. So I wanted to talk more about it, especially given current events. First, I want to say that Lebanon is more than the 1.5 million refugees that live there. It is literally one of the most beautiful places I've been to, and I can't wait to go back. So I always wanted to go there to see Lebanon, but I also wanted to volunteer. So when I came across Indigo Volunteers, this organization that helps you find ethical NGOs to work with, I knew I had to do it. I landed at a place called Salam, and these are my colleagues. There was 26 of us, and we all lived together. And it was honestly wild, and I've never experienced anything like this before. We got along really well, and we were all from different paths of life. Our role here was to help the English teachers who are from Lebanon, who are certified to be teachers, and be assistants. So most days that included like playing with the children, making sure that they were following instructions and helping them with the assignments. And then other days we got to play with them, play sports. This is us taking a lunch break and eating some pomegranate. And then we would also hang out with some of the families and talk to them and learn about their stories. My favorite was being able to go into the women's seminar and talking to them about healthcare. All of the volunteers lived at the NGO, and there was literally 4 to 5 of us in one room, and we would get together and we'd pay for our own groceries. I think on Tuesdays we'd go get fresh produce, and then we would go on a grocery store run and we'd all chip in for our food. That way we weren't taking any money from the donations, and any money that we fundraised or the NGO received went directly to the refugees. We would live together, we'd cook together, and the conditions weren't great. I can honestly say I've never lived in anything like that, but I really respect and enjoyed my experience for that reason, because I really got to learn and see firsthand what it was like to live in this area and in the conditions that these refugees are living in. When we weren't volunteering, a lot of us would go play soccer on Mondays. That was like our schedule. And then there were a lot of evenings where obviously we cooked dinner, and that was a whole affair because something would almost always go wrong. So some of us would cook dinner, some of us would set the table, and then some of us would wash dishes. It was honestly like such a fun community living experience. Obviously, the best part was working with the children and getting to know them. I honestly fell in love with them. I love working with kids, and it had been a while since I had done something like that. But getting to know a group of, 40 every day for 6 weeks was amazing. And I just can't fathom everything that they've gone through and their living conditions and how they have so little, but they're just children and they show up and they're laughing and they still make fun of you for your crappy Arabic, and you still have to yell at them to pay attention in class. But I learned so much from them. I honestly think I took way more out from this experience than they did. But getting to see firsthand everything tugged at my heart. Learning about their stories, I would meet with families and hear about how they couldn't have healthcare in Lebanon because they were from Syria, how they didn't have money to get basic medications, and how hearing their stories of what their lives were like in Syria before everything happened and how they lived there and how their life was so different. I think their unwavering kindness was what really blew me away. No matter what they've been through, every time I was there, they were so grateful and warm. I'm just forever blown away by their hospitality and their kindness and how dedicated they are to their faith no matter what they've been through. It was honestly an amazing experience, and if you can volunteer, I definitely recommend it, but I do recommend doing your own research. I can't say for sure that this organization was completely ethical or remain ethical, and I won't recommend exactly this one. I will say that you have to do your own research, but 1000% recommend it. I think it has allowed me to understand a lot of the world events at a greater with a greater understanding than maybe most people, because I've seen it for myself.